Beginning with state news, many hoped Minneapolis' first black police chief could change the culture of a police department that critics said too often uses excessive force and discriminates against people of color. But George Floyd's death and the protests that followed over injustice, racial injustice, and police brutality have raised questions about whether Madaria Arredondo, or any chief for that matter, can fix a department that's now facing a civil rights investigation. City Council member Steve Fletcher says Arredondo worked to gain the trust of officers so he could implement changes, but union protections make disciplining officers difficult. Fletcher wants the city to consider disbanding and rebuilding the department. Defense attorneys say 2 of 3 Minneapolis police officers charged with aiding and abetting in the death of George Floyd were rookies, barely off probation, when a more senior white officer ignored Floyd's cries for help and pressed his knee into his neck. Attorney Earl Gray says former officer Thomas Lane had no choice but to follow the instructions of Derek Chauvin, who has since been charged with second-degree murder in Floyd's May 25th death. Gray calls the case against his client, quote, extremely weak. A judge yesterday set bail at $750,000 for the 3 officers.